headless LPS. Okay guys, so the first step is going to be easy. Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is Mangle has this huge jaw like Foxy. So I'm going to have to make that jaw, and nobody is looking forward to that. Luckily though, I don't have to wait for the jaw to dry after I get done. So what you need is tinfoil. And I'm going to get some clay. So okay, just get it big. Oopsies. That is my clay stash. I just have like amount of clay. That looks like enough. So you're gonna need some tin foil and some clay. So, and scissors. Scissors are important because you gotta cut your tin foil. So you probably like, Birdie, why do you need tin foil? This is going to be basically your jaw. And you're like, how do you do that? You're gonna put clay over it. So it's not just solid clay. It gives it more of a hard texture to it. Not so much texture, but it gives it a hard foundation, so it's not just clay all the way around. And if you do it mathematically and look at it, you're not wasting as much clay. So, tinfoil. This sheet's not too big. I cut it. I think this is the same sheet I used for Foxy. So you just want to cut pieces into this. Oopsie. So yeah, that's my computer. It's Mangle. Sorry, my camera isn't exactly steady right now. It's just laying on the table, so you're going to want to cut it off and try and fold it into the base of the mouth that you want. So I suggest first folding it and then sort of getting it into the form that you're looking for. So it might be a little hard, and be careful with tinfoil because it can get sharp after you use it a while. So you see, that's like the basic. It's like a little oval sort of. That's what you want. So that's just the bottom. Oh, that could be the top. So you're gonna want to get into the piece. I think that's all I'm gonna be doing, so I'm just gonna fold this back up into that. So I always keep some tinfoil on me. I have like 5 more big sheets, like in my room. So now you just want to do the same thing for the either whichever one you need to make next. So you see that? 2 jaws. Sorta. Almost there. And just sorta. Okay, so next you're gonna want to have your LPS head. I can like screw this around. This is like a hockey puck, like playing hockey with an LPS head. So next you want to get as much clay as you want and just put it over. Just cover it all up. And while you're doing this, you can sort of, if you didn't like the shape so much of it, you can change it up. And you don't want to have too much clay or too little. I mean, you don't want to see any tin foil. And you don't want to try and feel the tin foil. You want it to just feel like it's clay. Because the tin foil can get a bit sharp. So you sort of see how that's going to make a jaw. I'm trying to remember how I did this for Foxy because I really don't remember. I don't think the first one was tinfoil. No, the first one was tinfoil, wasn't it? And no, it wasn't. Not tinfoil. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom jaw. Totally what I want. Now I'm debating if I even want to do a jaw for Mangle. I forgot how I made Fox, because that's definitely not what I want. Maybe it's just too big? Is that it? I remember though when I was making Foxy's custom, I was so like, ew, this is going to turn out so bad. I had no idea what I was going to do and how it was going to end up. It ended up pretty good, but still. 'Cause that's not what I want. It's just like, bleh, 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 bleh. It needs to be like a jaw, but how do I do a jaw? Even I don't know what I'm doing. This is hard. okay, I think this is what I want. And you're like, Birdie, it doesn't look right. Well, trust me, it's gonna look better when I'm done. And if I don't like it when it's done, I can always just take it off. It's always an idea. Okay, so boom. Jaw's made. Doesn't look so good right now, but it will. That's what this is probably what Foxy looked like when I was making him. So it'll look good in a minute. Worst comes to worst, I might just take this off, but you know. Now you have to look at it from like the top and see what it looks like and how it's gonna come out, and if it's like fixed in the right places. Okay, that's close enough. Does it look like it's gonna scare you yet? Does it? Because I'm deciding, I'm looking at this other picture and Mangle's jaw is just like bleh, so like that. That looks good actually, I like that. The only thing that I'm noticing is that these two are connected, but you know, I feel like they have a thing. So yeah, Mangle so far. Now after you have your jaw sculpted, you want to paint. I got some white paint here, which is Mangle. And since it's white, it's probably going to take a few layers to get this done. And it's going to suck because I have clay and I don't trust air drying it. Like using hair dry like I did for my Golden Freddy. So I'm just going to have to wait patiently for it. And your first coat is done, so you're just gonna have to wait for that to dry and see how that goes. So yeah, I think I just screwed it up. See, half of this is me being like trying to fix a mistake, and then I'm like, oh wait, and I end up screwing it up further. That's my life story. Yay! So now that I have that fox head working and drying, I need to work on Mangle's paws, because Mangle, I believe, has a tail and two paws that you can see. Yeah, hold on. It's hard to get a good reference here. I know she has at least one paw. So yeah, I already have this one paw that I got from cutting off the paw of my faceless Bonnie, so that's good. I'm going to be using that for her other paw. And then I have the fox body, so I'm going to be using an X-Acto knife. Now, if you are using an X-Acto knife, be super, super careful. I've cut myself plenty of times using these. And it will hurt and it will bleed a lot, because these, when you cut yourself one of these, it goes really deep. So be careful. Don't use it unless your parents let you, and just be super duper careful. So I'm going to be cutting off one of these back paws and the tail. So let's get started. So what I usually do for things, I'm trying to see how I'm supposed to do this. This one I'm going to use this tip sharp side. You're not going to want to use the tip. You're going to want to use this sharp. I'm having this on the ground because I'm adding pressure to it, and if I had it in the air, it would fling off. You're going to want to use this one to add pressure to it from the sharp side, this side because that's what hurts. And for the tail, you're just going to want to make like a little circle around it. And if you want, you can just point it in with the pointy part, and that'll get you in deep too. You're probably going to want to try and twist it off, if anything. That's a more efficient method. It's not a piece of cake, I'll give you that. See, now, oh, I'm cutting something off. So, oh, see, now I just twist it off. Boom! Mangle's tail. This is going to be Mangle's tail. We're going to paint this later. So I'm just going to go put it off to the side that the other foot is in. So now I'm just going to need to cut off one of the back feet. It's going to be pretty easy. Just because it'll be easier to go through. It's going to be easy. Oh, look at that. See, it's already off. There's the paw. You can see it. It's uber tiny. Just cut it off in one slice. That was easy. So yeah, Now it's gonna finish and wait for the Mangle head to dry, so you're left with this disoriented body. Well, since we didn't want to waste time, I was gonna paint these right now. So I'm just gonna paint the base coat so the tail is gonna be easily just white. There, that's the paw. My hands have white paint all over them. So, next. Okay, next we're going to focus more on Mangle's head. We're going to do another base coat. Now I'm going to be careful, there might be some spots that are still wet. Okie doke. For the next step, you're going to need some pink. So, I'm going to be painting some of the tail pink, some of the paws pink, and some of the face pink. So we gotta paint the inside of the ears pink, we gotta paint the outside of the eyes pink, and we gotta paint the top part of the mouth pink. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so the ears are done. I'm probably gonna paint another layer after this, and also I painted around 3 more layers while I stopped, so just note that before I painted I had more layers on, so just be aware of that. So there we go. It's okay that I painted the eyes, so I'm just going to be painting them over again. So next we're just going to put that to the side. We're going to want to work on the tail first. So I'm just guessing, I'm just going to do the same pattern Foxy has, but it's just like some stripe, the tip is painted pink. Now for the feet, Mangle has some adorable little nail polish on. So it's going to add this little polish, some pink to it. Oopsie, it's just a little spot. Okay, guys, next step we're going to be working on the eyeballs. So since we messed up a little, well not messed up, but we just covered it up some with the paint, we're going to have to paint it white again. So I'm not going to use the bottle because I don't want to get anything out. So this eye is going to be white, and you're probably going to need to add a few more layers of it. If you hear any music in the background, my family is watching Insidious 2. I would watch it with them, but I already watched it earlier today. Literally, I watched it earlier. So I was like, let's watch Insidious 2. I'm just like, I'm watching it right now. Like, I have 20 minutes, so just like, whatever. Okay. So we're going to wait for that to dry. We're going to be working on the other eye, which is just black. So I'm going to pour some into the cap, because that's my tip from last time. If you don't want to use a lot, just pour into the cap. And be careful when you're using black at all, because it's hard to cover that back up. Oh my gosh, can we like lower the volume down there? I think this camera is really picking that up, but I don't want to like scare any guys. I don't like scare you, but since like it's loud noises, you know. So one eye's gonna be white and one's gonna be black. Look at that shiny black. So I'm gonna be right back and probably paint another layer of the eye. So yep. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is work on Mangle's one eye. As you see, I just added a little white dot to the black eye because it's still like the light reflecting. So it's gonna need to do a circle right in the middle. Let's do it. Really pretty easy, and then after that we'll have to do the pupil and then the light effects on the pupil. Again, sorry for the noises downstairs with my family. There we go. That's exactly what I want. So maybe a bit bigger. There you go. So it looks like Mangle's looking at you. Like, come on. See, man. Give me the cat. I think I need to be a bit more to this side. How about that? Perfect. So yeah, I know the mouth looks weird right now, but It'll look better. This is like exactly what Foxy's mouth looked like before I fixed it, and it looks good now. So next step. Okay, guys, what? Well, since for that quick little break, I finished the eye, I added the nose, and did the little Mangle's lipstick. So that's what I did. Nothing too hard. The nose is just some clay painted black, and the eyes just. I finished it. So next, I gotta do the inside of the mouth, the top and the bottom, which is gonna be black. So yeah. I'm gonna get some. I got some paint accidentally on the cap right here. I don't want to waste it, so you know. So just gonna go inside and after that I'll put the teeth in. I have an idea. It was an idea to do with Foxy, but it didn't work, so I couldn't get him to stick. I have these little mints, because we get them at PE every day, because my teacher's awesome. And I was planning to break it into little pieces. I'm going to see if I can do that. And maybe I could glue it on, so I was trying to stick it on. It didn't work. Maybe I could glue it on, because I don't have time for this. I don't got time for this. I'm trying to watch a movie online. I'm going to try to cut it up. Just ignore me violently stabbing at this. Okay guys, really sorry I couldn't show you that. I just needed to concentrate and I couldn't have the camera up because it would have messed up everything. But what I did there is actually worked. I'm really glad because it looks really good. I got a mint. I had a mint. Let me see if I can get a piece. I had like one of those lifesaver mints and I cut it in half and then I would start chopping it into bits and they would fly everywhere, but I got some good ones and I would just glue them onto the mouth. As you can see, I was able to get more teeth in than I thought. I have 4 on top and 6 on the bottom. That's way more than Foxy does. So I'm really happy with how this one came out. Now all I'm going to have to do next is glue on the rosy cheeks and do the mechanic parts. So I guess I can do the mechanic parts right now because all I have to do is this eye and the ears and then I'll be done with that, so let's do it. So what I use for this is it's the Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be rather easy. Okay, so did that. Now I'm just going to add the rosy cheeks on and I'll be done with the head and done with part 2 of this video. The next part will be focusing on the body, which is I'm not looking forward to. And also, I'm going to be doing the endoskeleton head later. I'm not going to show you guys that because it's not really that important. So, let's get on with this. Alright guys, this is what the Mangle head came out like. I think it looked pretty good. I like how the teeth really did come out. They really came out really well. I'm really happy about that. The mouth from the side doesn't look as good, but I don't really know what to do with Foxy to make him look good. I think it's just the larger teeth that make it look better because it looks really weird if you look at the side. But if you look at it like this way, it looks much better. So, yeah, I also added little eyelashes and I added a little cheeky rosy cheeks. So, yeah, this is it for this video. Next video, I'm going to be working on the body. And I'm going to do the little endo head later. I'm not really going to show you guys. It's really simple. This is what I got. I just made a little... I put the eye in because it has one eye and I like a little thing and I'll add the teeth later. I just got to paint it. It's nothing too hard, you know. And if you don't want to put it in, you don't have to put it in. And I've seen other people make a Mangle custom. They don't even make the body. They just make they use this body and that would look funny now. But they would use this body and make Mangle not broken. But I'm going to do broken Mangle because that's what you see in the game. So yeah, that's what we got so far. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned sometime later. I don't know when I'll get the next one out. Well, I'll be doing the body and then putting it all together. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye. Oh wait, forgot. Question of the video: your favorite animatronic in FNAF 3? I gotta say, I think, who do I think looks the best? I really don't know. Balloon Boy looks on point and he's Fabu in the 3rd game. I also like Mangle. Mangle looks great in the 3rd game. I like Mangle. I like Mangle much better in the 3rd game than in the 2nd one. But yeah, so answer that question below and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!